Hey everybody, it's Member of Parliament Bob Zimmer and Shadow Minister for Arctic Affairs with...
I'm James Suzanne, Member of Parliament for Selkirk Interlake Eastman and beautiful Manitoba, and I'm the Conservative Shadow Minister for National Defence.
And we're standing in Inuvik, in front of the Inuvik Airport and the Inuvik runway, a key NORAD asset for our Canadian military aircraft. Well, from Cabin Radio, Inuvik runway extension given November 2027 completion date. The Federal Department of National Defence is paying for the work as a matter of Arctic sovereignty. A longer runway will allow the Royal Canadian Air Force to operate a wider range of aircraft from the town, which is considered a key forward operating location. So far, the department has committed $230 million on the project, which lengthens the runway from 6,000 feet to 9,000 feet. Initially expected to finish in 2024, so the runway was supposed to have been done last year, and then now is supposed to be completed this year. The project was given a 2027 completion date earlier this year when the federal government increased its investment, the article says, but really it's over budget by $80 million, from $150 million to $230 million. And James, I guess this is just the way Liberals do things. It's one thing for it to cost more, but we still don't have a runway that's ready to receive our aircraft.
What we just heard actually from people up here is that they're actually hearing it's going to be closer to 2030 or beyond before this runway will actually be able to be used by both our new F-35 or our new Husky air-to-air refuelers.
The tankers that we have today can't land on that airstrip.
Unless we use the Hercs, you know, as long as we're using the Hercs to do air-to-air refueling, then it is a possibility. And we got the F-35s that are going to be received starting at the end of 2026. This runway has to be completed now, not later. But again, another Liberal failure, and another cost overrun that continues to put us behind the 8 ball when it comes down to defending Canada.
Inuvik's a long ways away from Vancouver or Toronto. But when you live in Inuvik, and you know a lot of people that live here, when they see those incursions and those threats, they're right in their front yard. Pierre Poilievre and us, James, last election, we prioritized Inuvik as a full-time base and taking care of what needs to be taken care of here.
What we're seeing from our adversaries is that they're much more aggressive. They're more prepared to work together. Most of the intercepts are happening right here, just north of us. And we need to make sure that we have the permanent presence that's required. And that's why we said we'd have the first full-time Arctic bases since the end of the Cold War right here in Inuvik and Iqaluit, and being able to defend our Northwest Passage, defend our Arctic territory, and defend Canada and North America. Conservatives always said that we will defend our air, land, and sea, and that means that we have to be at the front of Canadian Arctic territory, and Inuvik is as close as you can get.
We stand up for Northerners.